Hi, welcome to the Good Negro podcast. Like last time, he started by himself. I guess it's my turn. Late ass. Psst. We're on. Cameras is rolling. Sit your ass down and do some work.
I was buying dope.
Oh, okay. And your good, just be a good person shirt.
Hey. What's up, Jinx?
Nothing. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. You still
Yeah.
touching that mic, I see.
Well, I'm touching the mic because I'm a professional. And
Probably want to stop touching the mic, though.
yeah, no, because last time we heard it like going.
Yep. Yep, I think last time it was me. This time it's you going. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Welcome to the Good Negroes
Welcome.
podcast. We are now full we're complete.
yeah, and I'm sorry I was outside getting energy from a nameless sponsor.
No, if they were sponsored, they wouldn't be nameless.
Yeah. How you feeling, Jinx?
Sorry.
Huh?
That whole energy thing that didn't work for me just now, which is kind of meh.
What energy did
All this.
I don't understand.
Sorry, I'm not here.
Okay.
Started. You'll have to chop that out. 'Cause I'm sorry.
Okay. You want to start all over?
What are we talking about today?
Well, you were telling me that your breast got squeezed on today.
So much for our intimate conversation, Stray. No, yes. Because you have to go get, my boobies got molested today.
Okay.
They got tortured. They got, when you have a wet rag and you're trying to wring it out? Kind of what that felt like.
Really?
They call it a mammogram. I call it torture.
Is it a machine or is it the doctor's hands with like
It's
an
a
X-ray
machine. Let me show you. You want me to show you?
It's like it squeezes like this, like a box, right?
So what they do, lean down for me.
First, I don't have boobs. I don't have boobs.
Lean down for me, though.
This is so. I feel humiliated.
So there's this one thing here's at the table, right? And then they come and they take it and they get right under the armpit and
You
then they
have to bend
squeeze.
underneath? You have to
I
bend-
mean, it's a
you
moving
have to
machine.
bend
This
down?
is a table.
Okay.
And so then they squeeze it, and then they tell you to turn, and then you lift your arm up, and then they do it from the other angle, so you squeeze it this way,
Okay.
and then it's like,
okay. Okay, I think we got it. So you get squoze, but it's some kind of X-ray as well, right?
Yeah. So it's an X-ray. They did an X-ray. For me, they did an X-ray and an ultrasound.
Okay.
I haven't had an
you
ultrasound
have
since I
big
was
boobs?
pregnant. No, I don't have big boobs. They're just very standard, right?
What's cup size exactly?
I'm a B.
Jinx, you are not a B.
Why does everybody say that? I am a B. I know what bras I buy, and I know what bras
Maybe you're buying bras too small.
as I'm adjusting myself, but
Jinx,
trying
I've
to say
seen
like
my
no.
share. I've seen my share of
Bad
boobs.
timing.
Never
But
seen
you've never
yours.
seen my boobs.
I've seen
I'm
them
a
in clothes.
B.
I've seen them in bathing suits.
I'm a B. I've got
Those
measured.
are where C's start. Then they're the B's
beginning
where
of
C
C?
starts. Yeah, because most women don't know their real bra size
I've gotten it measured.
from professionals.
Yes, at Phipps and at
How long
Victoria's
ago?
Secret. After my child, I don't know.
Jinx,
that's
you wear
still-
you're a C cup.
I
now.
was a D when I was. I think it might have been a D or
You're
even
a
more
C
than
cup
that when
right now.
when I was pregnant. I am a B.
Go get a C cup bra, someone. We're gonna test it out right now. Okay.
Where are we gonna get a B
We're
cup?
yeah. I don't.
Where?
I don't-
The one I'm wearing.
It's a C cup.
It's a B cup.
The fans will let us know. But
I
anyway,
know my alphabet, and even if I didn't know my alphabet, I can get to B. Okay.
So anyway,
I'm not
Did
flashing
it.
anymore. I got
Jinx,
like layers and a
we've
thermal
seen
and a.
we've seen
We've
you.
s- who's we and seen what?
I've in Instagram and stuff like that, which is another
I don't
show
know.
topic of
Illusionary?
ours.
I don't know. When do I show my boobs on Instagram? Oh. Oh, you mean my photo shoots? I was about to say I don't just sit here
There's
running around
literally a
naked.
photo shoot that we're gonna make popular where you're actually holding your boobs.
It's such a beautiful
It's
photo, though.
quite
is it
artistic,
not?
actually.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's
I
not-
thought it was artistic. I don't try to be out here like raunchy and shit. But it was a.
It's definitely not like a bear trap with a water bottle in it.
What?
A thirst trap.
What? Can we talk about the boobies
Yeah,
again
yeah.
now
So-
on a real?
so you
like,
had a
on a real-
mammogram today.
Yes, I did, and it felt like kind of like that,
Mm-hmm.
but just add like a little more pressure to it. And they're like, oh no. And so what happened was I went last year for the first time, so I guess I'm giving away my age for all of y'all, but whatever. And they were like, oh, there's some abnormality there. I'm not concerned. Don't make that face.
Okay.
I'm not concerned.
Because you take elderberry and sea moss, you'll be fine.
Yeah, because I don't eat anything that's really inflammatory, right? So cancer needs something to feed off of. So I wasn't really super concerned. And breast cancer doesn't run in my family.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so they were like, there was something, they were hoping it was benign, but they were like, it's a, what do they call it?
A castellatium. I just made that up. I have no idea. I just made up it sounds a medical word.
Yeah, some kind of a cyst, and they call it not a something. I can't
A
remember.
boobotomy?
I'm not getting a boobotomy.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
But so anyway, and so they were like, okay, so you'll have to come back in 6 months. Then, pandemic and shit, and 6 months turned into like a year. And so I went back, and they're like, oh, no, it looks like it went away all by itself, which cysts do sometimes, right? They grow and then they, whatever. And so
This is
they took extra caution and gave me extra squeezes. And
Does anybody manually do it to feel?
I mean, she's grabbing the whole titty, and she's like, okay, let me place you like
That looks
this.
like
Oh,
that looks like a
turn.
C.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the sweater.
Okay.
But yeah, they're handling, and I'm like, okay, can I please at least get your name? Because normally when people fondle my boobs, I know the name.
Right. I get
Right?
it.
Can we
Yeah.
at least establish
You didn't even know
that?
this doctor's name? Lord.
I'm sure she said it.
Okay.
But yeah.
So is this something that all women at a certain point in their life should do, or was it just something that was like they noticed something was an acute issue?
No.
Is
It's
it
just at 40, you're supposed to go and get your boobs checked at all times.
well.
Every year.
Guess what I get to have to do next year?
Yes, what's
And
that?
I'm telling my age. Something's gonna go into my butt, and
Man up. We get stuff in our butts all the time. No big deal.
number 3 into number 3.
I couldn't help it. It was an alley-oop.
Yeah, I mean,
not that
I'm glad
bad.
you take your health seriously, though.
Yes, you should. But I'm very proud of you because there are men, especially black men. Oh my God, I'm crying. My whole face is about to fall off. There are men, especially black men, who won't do that, right? For whatever, because it's uncomfortable.
Even though for a
first time.
PSA for the prostate, they don't have to do their finger up in there no more. That's ridiculous.
Oh, what are
Doctors have told me you could just get a test. They can just do a test.
like an ultrasound?
It's like a blood test. I believe it's a PSA.
Oh, interesting.
Because one doctor was like, dude, what if you're a doctor, you're only feeling the like part of the prostate, you can't get all behind it and stuff, but the test.
Is there a thing like a deep prostate or like can
Well,
you?
I've never done this. I'm not a doctor. I have no idea.
It's so interesting because women spend their lives spreading their legs in front of somebody that's gonna stick metal in there and literally just have a look around. Like we've spent the first time I went, I might have been
10?
12.
Okay.
And all your life you just have people looking up your shit.
Once a year.
essentially. Yeah, I mean more than once a year.
Oh, I thought you went once a year.
No, you go more than once a
Why would
year.
you go more than
and
once
God
a year?
forbid you
Is
have
that
sex with
because
somebody,
of-
the condom comes off, it gets stuck in there, or you have a yeast
What?
infection, or your pH balance is off, or somebody just blew
that's
at
not
it
a
the wrong
problem
way,
for
and then
you,
it's
'cause
like,
you-
no!
It's not a problem because you take sea moss and elderberry.
Well, don't shove it up there. That's not how that works. Although, tell me if I can
It
do
might
that.
be slippery, yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about the slippery. Talking about the
Healing.
health
Okay,
benefits.
stop.
Yeah.
There's no way to absorb those. Actually, I have no idea. I don't really
Actually,
know
the vagina, that's the funny thing about the vagina is next to the skin, I believe it's like the one organ that absorbs most into your body. And that's why you have to be careful as a woman with your tampons and all that stuff because all that stuff gets bleached. And so when you stick that in there, your general, like your non-organic products, you're
Is
absorbing
this common
bleach
knowledge
into
for
your body.
women, or are we dropping on them right now?
Probably not common knowledge.
So there's women right now that don't know they're putting Clorox into their thing. Wow.
Yeah, there's women out there that douching was a huge thing when I moved to the States. I was like, oh my God, that is the worst thing you
So
could do
Europeans,
for your vagina.
Germans stopped douching years ago.
I don't know that we ever did that, to be honest. Douchen, the word douchen for us means shower. We shower. And then when I came here and I was like, douche, oh, I know that word. And people were like, it's between your legs. I was like, no, it's not.
No, it comes from the ceiling.
Yeah. Not the ceiling, but
The wall
the
comes from the wall,
spout.
yeah.
Yes. And so, yeah, no, people douched. Like, I don't know if that's still a thing now because
I
they've
don't think women douche.
disproven it. They've
Yeah.
disproven it. But the problem is the stuff that goes to market that ends up in your body and we just blindly trust, it's mind-boggling to me.
I'm positive that this is just my theory. I've never read this anywhere. I'd be willing to bet douching came from some weird religious concept of you gotta clean that nasty hole.
So I can tell you it's probably rooted in sexism.
You don't think it's the devil hole that needs to be cleaned?
The devil hole where your devil children
You're
come out of,
you're
and
baptizing.
your devil orgasms are created.
Yeah.
The devil hole. I wish some motherfucker would be up in there talking about
me
open that devil hole.
Oh,
in your-
devil hole's hole 3. Sorry.
That's cannot with you, Dre. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I almost dare say I missed your ass.
Yeah, of course you did. I missed you.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
All right,
The
so
devil hole.
is that our health tip of the week?
Apparently.
Okay.
But now that we've talked about all my holes and extremities,
Whoa. Yeah.
we were actually on your prostate.
Well, I think it's prostate and a colonoscopy. Is that the one I have to get?
Ah. And you can do,
The colonoscopy is a probe.
yeah, there was a time when people did those regularly too,
Yeah.
just to get
Dude,
your
I mean, I was
or
supposed-
colon cleanse.
Okay, first, I don't believe in colon cleanse at all.
I did it once.
If you research it, they're like, yeah, dude, it's not.
I did it once. It didn't do much.
You could get some Go Lightly, which is what you use for. Go Lightly is like Miralax.
Constipated?
Like if you know what Miralax is,
I do not.
Miralax used to be a prescription osmotic laxative and stool softener.
So if I have asthma, I take that.
Osmotic,
shit.
like osmosis. Yeah.
Osmosis.
It will make you take a dump, but for a colonoscopy, they give you a concentrated version of it, and you drink it, and it'll clean your entire system. And if you've ever seen
Oh,
the probe,
yeah.
the videos of the probe of the intestines during a colonoscopy, or it's like clean, like perfectly pink. So it goes to show that shoving a hose up your butt with water for a colon cleanse
It's uncomfortable.
is not, because it's not necessary.
I did it one time in life. I
I
was
bet
like, I'm
they're
never
find
coming
out
back.
it's gonna be like douching
Douching for the buttocks.
for the butt. Yeah, the real devil
People
hole.
do that too.
The
Like,
hell hole.
For
That's
the,
what
yeah,
they
for
call
the
it.
hell hole. That is the devil hole. The hell hole. Yeah.
But yeah, the colonoscopy is important. I mean, I think if you have a history of colon cancer, you're supposed to even get it earlier.
But so here's the thing, like a lot of people don't have a history of cancers anymore these days, and they just come out the blue from all the shit that the body has to figure out how to cleanse and detox itself. So
But I also, so this is one of my beliefs. I believe cancer has always been around. Our diagnosis just gets better. So like, for example, people are like, oh man, there's all these people with autism. They were always here. It's just they diagnose it better. And they probably just called it something like lack of a better term. And I do not want to be offensive and get canceled. But they used to just be people called people retarded.
that was a normal word in the 90s when we were growing up.
The 70s and 80s, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
know about
so-
the 70s because, you're a little bit older, more mature than your girl.
Yeah, well, I was just a baby.
I mean, nonetheless, I wasn't even born yet. I was not a concept yet.
You weren't born in the 70s?
No,
You were born in the 80s.
I was.
Am I that old?
You are.
Pimp.
How'd that make you feel?
I feel great.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all these things have been around. I'm just glad we have the tech now
He's
to
like,
catch.
we've had autistic people. They just called him Jeff.
Yeah, they just
Special Jeff.
listen.
Yeah.
And because of the way schools get money for diagnosing people,
Wait, schools get money for diagnosing people?
yeah. So money for special ed comes from the federal government, and so there have been research that shows a lot of like black boys get classified as autistic or on the spectrum, so that the schools get more money. You didn't know that?
That sounds like an awful setup.
Yeah. So
That's not
and so
autism. That's poverty.
right, and I'm sure there are people that are autistic that are being diagnosed, no question.
Absolutely.
But
But when you get paid, and this is again the problem that we always have when there's a financial incentive for people to do something like that,
Yeah.
it's problematic in the same way we talked about the prescription drugs being incentivized with the financial whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Privatized jails is another one of those things where there's an incentive to lock people up.
Right.
And who are the people that are going to have who are those people going to be?
listen, for profit is fucked, man. Like even insurance, right? If you really look at it, right? Imagine a company that makes money by not paying for your health. So they're incentivized to not pay for your health.
Or car insurance for that matter.
Yeah.
Car insurance, they'll go off of you. And I'm learning all of this because I have been following someone that I am absolutely super, super fond of as a business person, John Henry. And they are creating a new.
Who built the railroads?
He's young.
Oh, okay.
He's probably half your age.
Okay.
Which makes him 35.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Okay. Bad math.
Denial.
Well,
Denial. Anyway, so
Yeah,
John,
I'm 70.
So John Henry has created a company called Loop Insurance, and essentially he's made it very fair now, right? Because back in the days, the insurance companies used to take your zip code, your income, like all kinds of variables, your gender, your ethnic background, and make a decision off of that,
Right.
like how they were going to charge you. And even a white person with no like with the driving, I don't know, speeding tickets or whatever, would pay less than a black person with a good driving record. And so these are the ways that we get screwed over, in a sense.
There it is. Tired of that shit.
Tired of that shit.
Ready for socialism.
Give us free.
No. We can have a better system. So, anyway, I'm glad your boobs are fine.
My boobs are wonderful.
Hopefully.
They dropping a little low these days, but they're
That's a good thing. It makes them look even bigger. So, and that might be why you're a C
not how
cup
that
now.
works. That's not how that works.
That is, because what happens, I'm
Dre
going to mansplain.
Logic, the man
I'm
who
going to
doesn't have,
mansplain you.
in the same way that you came on the show not long ago, and don't say you didn't because I got the proof, where you said you didn't know that women, when they lose weight, it leaves the boobs first.
I didn't know that until I started working in the
Yep.
industry, yeah.
So now you're gonna tell me I'm gaining weight in I'm getting a bigger
So what
cup
happened? No,
because
let me
there's-
just explain how art works. So as your boobs get lower, you now can push them up with bras, and they hang out farther.
That is not the look I'm going for, sir.
You obviously don't want.
Absolutely not the look I'm going for. No.
I watch Housewives of the Potomac and
Where the Potomac?
Love and Marriage Huntsville, and all their boobs are big and hang forward.
So I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I don't care. That's trying to hold on to your youth. That's all that is.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to squeeze all that old. Nope. Yeah, you're trying to hold on to something that you should let go.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. Good
This
Negroes.
wasn't even supposed to be a whole
No,
episode.
this
or a
was
whole
literally supposed to be 5
conversation.
minutes, but it's an episode now.
It is.
We'll have to make a wardrobe change.
You're welcome.
Good Negroes podcast.
Cheers! Bing!
There you go. That wasn't supposed to be a full
It
episode.
was not. But see, this is when it flows well.
Yeah.